morning, everybody. I got a lot of take on those topics for sure. Corporate calendar can be your calendar too. Remember, don't wait for the company to do it. You can do these kind of things yourself. You're a SISEL distributor, and this company has been designed for you. This isn't my company. My son and I, Tom Jr., founded it, and we are the only owners of the company. But we founded it to help you to make your lives happier, healthier, and wealthier. This company really has been built for you. That's why we're sharing the profits with you as a company would with the shareholders who get dividends from the company. You are our shareholders. And so we're paying double, triple, quadruple commissions of what you can make from other companies. And that's what the reason we're doing it, because this is our company, yours and mine. So we have some big corporate events that we do here from home office that we stage and we go around. But remember, this is your company, so you can stage these too. And just like we're talking about St. Louis, if they want to have a corporate event, they can have one. You can have all the groups come together and kick off St. Louis big time. You go up to Sioux Falls, well, that's like a corporate event, isn't it? All people coming in from all different organizations and that, rally and come to it. Everyone's welcome to these things. So it's really a corporate event, whether the company itself from head offices is putting it on or distributors within areas are organizing it. You really should be organizing it, bringing people together, because there's something about collective energy that is just indescribable. And when people get into a company, it's an odd scenario, because people want to get in the company at the very beginning. They want to be the first, but they want to get into a company that is well established, strong, and secure, and that other people are in it and doing it well, so they haven't made a mistake in got in it by themselves and found out, it's the wrong thing. I mean, all those things are conflicting, aren't they? But when a person gets in, they want to know that this is the right opportunity, and they can certainly see that from their own successes, but it becomes much more profound to them if they go to a corporate event and see lots of other people who are having success, sharing their enthusiasm, talking about the products and all of the things that are out there. So corporate events are just wonderful places for people to get edified, to get empowered, to join with others and get the energy and the enthusiasm that they're radiating, and collectively you come out with so much more than you ever brought into it because of the power that's there. I listened to Roger on the phone this morning talking about the company and its mission and its products and things that it's done. He's absolutely right with this. We are doing these things for you. And when you realize that most companies out there are doing things for them, not for you, you're just a commodity that's there. It's kind of like the government. The government was set up to be of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now the people are a commodity that is used and abused to serve the purposes of the government. Well, lots of businesses, especially in network marketing, are that way. There are some that are not. But a good majority, especially the binary companies, in my opinion, are that way. It's Robin Hood in reverse. They're robbing from the people that need it, the people who are struggling, who are looking for a future, to enrich the companies and to enrich the big leaders in those companies, who very often, such as in the coffee companies, the people making the big money posing as distributors are actually the owners of the company, in an illusion to deceive people, in my opinion, to joining their company. Those kinds of things go on all the time, and it takes a while. But once it starts to shake out, boy, does it shake out. And you've seen what's happened with the weight loss company that was growing so fast last year. They lost 45% of their volume. Now the biggest coffee company is getting sued all over the place and losing many more distributors than are coming into it. Why? Because it couldn't go the distance. They didn't have what it took. Yet the enthusiasm and euphoria in the corporate events really got them to be gigantic. But once the reality set in, most people are not going to make money. The product is not going to lose the weight the way it should. The coffee tastes really bad, and you can't get people to want to drink it unless they are making money in many cases. You see, those kinds of things are all collective. And so we have tools and we have products to get through all of that these other companies that rise so big and fall so fast don't have. Number one, we have products and tools like no other company in the world. Number one, our coffee is the world's best tasting. We're using the number one bean in the world. It's also the most expensive one. Now, the other coffee companies out there, most of those are in network marketing, are using the cheapest bean, the Robusta bean. It's the most bitter. It costs the least amount of money. It has the highest amount of caffeine. And yet they build a big organization, but it doesn't endure. So how we are growing very fast. Our coffee is coming up quickly. So what type of tools do we have to go against this trend where so many have gotten into these Ganoderma coffee companies and are now falling out because of bitter tasting coffee and the health benefits are really questionable? Well, we've got the answers. We've got a sachet. We've got a pass-out program. We've got literature and things like that. We have the knowledge. In California, all the coffee companies now have to post a sign, warning, coffee causes cancer. You're not going to see us post those signs because we know how they process coffee and what happens in coffee that causes acrylamides, which are cancer-causing agents, to form. And we don't do that. In fact, we have something that counteracts that. So think of these kinds of things for tools, and you can tell somebody about that. You can show them a picture. It's on Facebook or on the internet. You can get those Proposition 65 warning signs and say, none of that with ours because we don't do ours that way, and ours is the world's best tasting coffee, and it's the world's best health coffee. Our coffee is a health coffee without any of the additives added to it. Now that sounds kind of odd, but I think everybody here pretty well knows that coffee is bad for you. Coffee is bad for the heart. It's bad for the nervous system, and they have cancer-causing or potential carcinogens, potential cancer-causing agents in them. And the good things in coffee are literally destroyed, many of them, by that roasting process that just dries them out and makes them go crispy, destroys the biological activity. You see, those things are all tools. They're information. They're things you can talk about. Because if you're going to sell a product, you need to do three things with the product. You need to find a need. Well, 85% of the people drink coffee and they do it to get a boost. Create doubt. Well, almost all coffee is bad for you, and much of it is bitter tasting, especially the MLM coffees. Provide a solution. SISEL Kaffé. We cook ours, and we're hundreds of degrees less in temperature, and we know a process to do it to keep any of the cancer-causing ingredients from, or potential cancer-causing ingredients from forming. And we have, our product is enriched with the very best health building ingredients we know of that have got massive science behind it to support your body's health program. So our coffee itself is the world's best tasting bean. It is processed so that we don't destroy the helpful actives. It has a special process that we know of that won't form the acrylamides that they're having to be warned about all over. Now, think of that. So how many people in the morning would like to get up and drink a cup of foul-tasting, toxic coffee? Well, nobody would, but that's what's happening, and they don't really realize it. So you need the tools to tell them. And you can say, here's the alternative. Here's your tool. Here's the sachet. Try this coffee, and I'll call you back tomorrow to see how you liked it. This is the coffee that is the world's healthiest coffee, in our opinion. And it's the world's best-tasting coffee, in our opinion, and also the bean is rated #1 in the world by the World Coffee Specialists Association. So look at those kind of tools. There are tools like that for every single product we have. So you can take the products that people are using every single day, and you can replace those with SISEL products, and you've got a story for each one of them. If you go on Facebook today, I just posted something on probiotic, balanced tea, body shield with this, are no harmful ingredients. And there's a big study that just came out, and it's been coming out heavy within just the past couple of weeks about how the microflora, the probiotics in your gut, is causing Alzheimer's and autism in children, and damaging a person's health so much and creating all kinds of adverse health conditions and causing weight gain and all of that. Now it's coming out, what we've talked about for a long time. So now we're using this tool. I posted a big study on it today. And now if you take a look at our Balance D and you read the study, you understand, wow, I want to take Balance D. I want to take Body Shield because of what it can do for toxic heavy metals. And so you've got, every time you turn around, you've got tools to work with, but you're the tool master. So you need to take those tools and use them because we have the products like no company in the world. We have the tools that you can use to sell it to someone, find a need, create doubt, provide the solution. That fits SISEL perfect. So be the tool master, use the tools, and then rally people to corporate events so they can see, hey, this is a big movement. We are growing, and we're growing. We're in momentum right now. We're going to be the biggest MLM in the world. Why? We got the best compensation plan, and we got products that are light years ahead of all the competitors, in my opinion, and they never will even come close to us. And what we have right now, unbelievable. What we have coming out, incredible, almost incomprehensible. That's what our product line is like. And the competition, what competition? They're competing, mediocre products, overhyped, underperforming, compensation plans, rigged for somebody else, but generally not for you. Everything is just the opposite in SISEL. So get your rear in gear. Build a corporate event. Come to a corporate event. Use the tools we have. Recruit, recruit, recruit. We're on fire. So if you're not on fire, your wood is wet. So light it up, get working, let's get going.